There was a time in the initial stages of Islam where Muslims didn't have water to drink. And there was a well which had sweet water. It was the only well which had clean, pure, sweet water. And that well was owned by a Jew, a Yahudi ke paas tha. The well is known as Bir Ruma. Those who have been to Makkatul Mukarramah and Madinatul Munawwara, you must have maybe drank water from this well if you are fortunate enough. So Bir Ruma, the well of Ruma, was owned by a Jew. So the Muslims had to purchase water, they had to buy water to drink. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam couldn't see that the Sahaba Kiram who sacrificed everything for him, they have to buy water to drink. They don't have access to pure clean water because he was the owner of the well and he was a Jew. Allah. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam announced one day and he said, "May yahfir bi'ra rumata falahu jannah." That whoever buys this well of Ruma, then for him is Jannah. I am giving him Jannah. I told you that he is the owner. He can give Jannah to whoever he wants to. Falahul Jannah, Jannah is for him. These words reached the ears of Sayyidina Usman Ghani radiallahu ta'ala. Immediately he said, the glad tidings of Jannah came for the one who buys this well. So immediately he went to this Jew and he said, sell this well to me. And the Jew put a high price. Jews are Jews, na? Yahudi kabhi apne nahi hote. Even in today's time, the fitna and the fasad in this world is created by the Jews. So when this Yahudi was selling this well, he put the highest price. And he sold that well for 35,000 dirhams. So then Osman Ghani immediately took the money, paid it, and brought that well for the Muslims. And said, from today this is waqf. The Muslims can drink as much water as they want. Nobody is going to question it from today. How many dirhams? 35,000 dirhams. Amount looks small. If someone thinks 35,000, myself, it's not a big amount. I said, no, now calculate. Yesterday I sat down and I calculated this entire amount. 35,000 dirhams. Dirham is pure silver, chandi. 1 dirham weighs approximately 2.98 grams. How many grams? 2.98 grams, 1 dirham. So that's 2.98 grams of silver. And how many dirhams he bought it for? 35,000 dirhams. When I calculated, the amount I came up to was more than 2.1 million rands. 2.1 million rands. And what did Usman Ghani buy? Not a house, not a mansion. He bought a well for the Muslims for 2.1 million rands for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tell me, is there anyone in today's time who has such a big heart to spend so much for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The hukum was, the order was, whoever buys this Jannah is for him. Sayyidina Usman Ghani didn't worry about the price. He said, whatever the price is, I know the profit is big because the profit is Jannah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Immediately he bought that well for 2.1 million rands in Pakistani rupees 3 crore 15 lakh. One well he bought for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he bought it, he didn't keep it for himself. No profit. He bought it and he gave it to the Muslims that from today it is yours. You can drink as much water as you want. Nobody is going to question.